no job, but I'm on the clock. And you can't stop me, 'cause don't stop. Hey, ladies. Oh, when you're hot, you're hot. Yeah. When you're not, you're not. Nope. Hey, fellas. I see through your act, and I still enjoy the show.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try to break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
The end result, 21 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's
now in Denver territory at the 41. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
It's third down. 3rd and long.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up
The
second.
Broncos at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on.
DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Got his man, it's Warren. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. On play action, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball.
A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Rodgers will throw for it. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to find the end zone. He stopped up short, and this remains a 6-6 game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor.
Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Broncos 12, Steelers 6. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's Bryce Behringer now.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
They'll check this one down to Taylor.
Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
At the Steelers' 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for the Broncos score.
Brian Thomas,
35 yards.
and the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Rodgers.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
There he goes, right side. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 18. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
That's the Steelers' 48-yard line.
Back to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13.
26. Steelers 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do it for this first half.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He'll try to pick it up himself. He's going to give that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Now it's second and 10.
Second down and 10.
Here we go, set.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Will Lutz on for the field goal.
And that is no good. And the lead will hold at 13.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's second and 20. To throw, it's Rodgers.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
Given 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. And they turn the pick six into a pick eight with that two-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get two more possessions.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
65 yards rushing for him now in his first two carries in the ballgame.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Second and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 75. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And got his man complete. And they finally get it, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's going to look deep down the field. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Josh Palmer
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jonathan Taylor, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Broncos 47, Steelers 20. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
19.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught at the 25. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Now Rodgers. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They'll look to throw here. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over